How's it going, everybody? Thank you for watching another video. So here are 3 things that I want to tell you guys about Sequoia National Park. You can call it a review if you will. Number 1, it's totally worth the drive to come out here and check it out. We got trees that are 2,000 years old. I think we did the Congress Trail, saw the Sherman tree. We did the big tree trail that was very flat, about a mile long. Learned a lot about sequoia trees in there. A lot of the sites were closed, but even with that, even from what we saw out here, just being amongst these gigantic, the trees are so big. Like when you think about a tree, you're like, oh, I know what's on the other side. With these trees, they're so big, you don't know what's on the other side because they're so massive. Some of them are like what, 50, 35 feet across. They're so big. Just extremely interesting. And just to breathe in the smell of those trees, it's like tree beard and the ants are hanging out with you. So it's totally worth the drive to come out here and see it. Saying that, there are some things that I would recommend doing if you're coming out here. Number 1, if you're not staying in the park, be prepared. I would heavily recommend trying to stay in the park, because if you're not and you're staying even just 10 minutes away from the entrance from the foothill portion, that's the southern portion of the Sequoia Park. There's 2 portions. You got the northern half, that's the King Canyon part, and then the bottom half, that's Sequoia. If you're coming in from foothills, as soon as you hit that front gate, it's going to take you about 30 minutes to 40 minutes to get to the first attraction, which are the Crystal Caves. That general highway is ridiculous. There's not a straight stretch of road on it. It's continuous weaving back and forth, switchbacks, really tight hairpin turns, elevated hairpin turns going down. And if you're behind just idiotic drivers, dealing with that on multiple days, if you plan to stay like 3 to 4, maybe 5 days, is exhausting. If you can just stay in the park, you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble. So be prepared for all of that. Now, if you're coming from foothills, the last thing I want to mention is when you're coming from 3 Rivers to the foothills entrance, there's a lot of great shops, a lot of great restaurants that you can go to check out. The RV parks are plentiful. If you're going to be RVing, there's a lot of areas to stay around. The one we're in, I think, is called Sequoia RV Park. It's really nice out here. They got a lot of areas you can hang out. There's a little creek running through it. But a lot of RV parks, a lot of hotels going right down 3 Rivers. So don't panic. There's a lot of places to stay out here if you can't find places in the park, but just prepare to handle that drive. There are 2 gas stations. There's a Chevron and a Shell. So if you need gas up before you go into the park, because this is one of the national parks that don't have food or gas stations, unlike Yellowstone and other places that have all of those things in it. So bear in mind, if you're coming out here, gas up, food up, and they do have bathrooms, of course, but some of them are like national park bathrooms, so be prepared for that. Well, all right, guys, so those are 3 things I want to tell you about Sequoia National Park. Hope you get to come out here. Catch you later.